Hi there, got another Friday freebie this week. I'm going to be talking about pocket playing, maybe a term you've heard before, and sort of within that learning the part or writing the part depending on what your role is in the band. This is aimed at people that gig really or are involved in bands. If you're a beginner, this is still important information, but I want to talk about the purpose that we have of guitarists. Someone once told me, or I once heard, I don't remember if they were telling me or if it was a workshop sort of thing or whatever, but it stuck with me, that what everybody plays should add up to one. In other words, we don't play the entire song on our instrument. We play a part of it, the bassist plays a part of it, keyboard plays a part of it, etc, etc. I guess that's why they call it a guitar part rather than a guitar entirety. Let's think about, a few of my favourite guitar parts ever written, and the simplicity of them is surprising. So one of them, I guess, True, was Spandau Ballet. Not necessarily a great song, although I think it kind of is, but the guitar part is so simple. And so on. So it's basically 4 notes, but played as double stops. So simple, it follows the harmony really nicely, follows the groove really nicely, and it's really iconic. Another one in a similar vein is going to be Never Too Much, Luther Vandross. You got the chords at the beginning, but again it's just double stops played in a really nice tight 16th note kind of rhythm. Another one then, Let's Go Love on Top by Beyonce. 2 notes, again based around a 16th note rhythm. I guess there's a theme here. The 16ths is where the grooves are, and the kind of the spaces in between them. Another one, kind of a less funk kind of groove based song, but I think it's a great part, is at the end of Fix You by Coldplay. This thing. Ad infinitum, but it's just a really cool part. It's so simple, but it works and it fits the song. Now this is what I really want to get to the point of. It's not just about strumming out the full chord all the time. Sometimes it is, but it's not always about that, and just really think about things and play for the song. So if you're playing in, say, a Motown type thing, or it sounds like a Motown song that you have come up with or whatever, and the chord progression is fairly straightforward, let's say it's a C to a D minor, right? Don't just go, that does not sound like Motown. You might want to just play on beats 2 and 4. So on, it just works much nicer. So that said, obviously there is a necessity to learn the various chords along the fingerboard. If you want to do that with me or with anybody, there's loads of resources on the internet, but if you want to book a lesson, we can go through that stuff. There'll be a link underneath in the if you're watching this on YouTube. So you've got to learn the options. Aside from that, as a kind of extension, if you're gigging regularly, say you're in a function band and there is a set list to learn the guitar parts. And it's a real pet peeve of mine when you hear people just bashing through the harmony or the chord progression or whatever, and it's not the actual guitar part. It doesn't work. These things were written generally and played generally by serious pros that know what they're doing, and they came up with this part for a reason. And they are hits for a reason. It's not just because people are bashing through the chord progression and going verse, chorus, bridge, solo, end. That's not what it takes. Learn the guitar parts, learn them properly, learn them thoroughly, and learn them in any key in case you need to change the key. But yeah, something to think about going forward. If you want to talk about it, feel free to leave a comment or whatever, or get in touch for lessons. We can look at stuff in more detail. Anyway, have fun, take care.